Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss about how to place the files inside a module. So that is briefly we can say module structure of a Odoo module. So if I go to the PyCharm and if I take an existing module from the Odoo add-ons itself, let me take with accounting module, that is account module. You can see different folders inside this. That is, this is the module, and inside this module you can see different folders like controllers, data, demo, doc, I18 and models, report, security, static, test, views, wizard, etc. So let's see on what basis these folders are created here. You can see init file and manifest file. In our earlier videos we have shown you how to create a manifest file and use of the init file, etc. So inside the controllers for controllers folder we will place all the files related with controllers. Controllers means it will come when we are dealing with the website section. So all the controllers related files will be placed inside these controllers, and inside the data folder we will place all the data files. Suppose if I have to create some records in the Odoo models, that is in the Odoo tables from the code, we will call it as data file. Suppose you can see there is account underscore data.xml. Here you can see different data will get generated from the code. So that are data files. So data files are placed inside the data folder. And if I go to the demo folder, that is where the demo files are placed. Suppose if when we create the database, you can see load demo data option to tick a boolean field is there. So once the boolean field is ticked, we can get a lot of demo data in the system, like customers. There are a lot of customers demo data in Odoo. So that all are created from the demo file. So this is the demo file. So demo file has to be placed inside the demo folder. And if I go to the docs folder, if we have some docs of how to use this module, like if we have some PDF content which has to be shared with the end user, we can just add it inside the doc folder. And okay, so if I go to I18 N is related with the translation files, where we can store the translation files. So that is I18 where we will store the translation files. And if I go to the models folder is the place where we will store our Python files. All the Python files which are not included in the report and wizard will come under the model folder. And in the report folder we will place all the files related to the report. So you can see here Python files are there and XML files are there. That is all the report related files will be placed inside the report folder. And the security folder, inside the security folder we will place all the security related folders. That is, we will create ir.model access, that access control list from the this code, and security roles will be written inside this security folder. And inside the static folder I have already shown you how to set an icon image for the module. The icon for setting icon image for the module, we have to place the icon inside static description, and we have to add an icon.png file. And inside the src folder we will place css files, image files, js, css and xml files. So that is, inside our module we will have a static folder, and inside the static folder we will create an src folder, and inside the src folder we will place css files inside the css folder. And in the image files, suppose if we have to use some images in some folders or in the index file of the module, like that we can place in images inside the image folder. You can see different image has been added here in the image folder, which will be used inside the module, where something like index file or some codes, etc. And in the js folder we will place all the js related files. You can see here the extension of the files are, let me expand the screen. You can see all the extension of the files are .js. And if I go to scs, that is also related with the css files are placed here in the SCSS folder. Then in the XML folder, that is XML which is not normal XML that we have defined for the views. This is QF XML. So QF XMLs will be placed here in the static src and XML. So that's all about the static folder. And if we go to the test, you can see two test folder here. Test folders are used for test purpose. Like I will show you later how we can create a test for the module. That is for creating tests for the folders. Then inside the views folder, we will place all the XML files. Like as we have created views for the hospital patient view, that is the things like here we can see this is the view we have created, that is for hospital patient. This file has to be pasted inside this views folder. Then going to the wizard, you will know, you come to know wizard. This wizard is like a pop-up. So inside the wizard folder we will place all the files related to the wizard. You can see .py file here and XML file here. So this is about the module structure in the Odoo. That is, we have controller, data, demo, doc, I18N, models, report, security, static, test, views, and wizard. And init file and manifest file will be placed directly inside the folder. Then readme.md is a file which gives you brief idea about the module. Like manifest file itself, it will give a brief idea about module. So this is the module structure you have to follow while coding. Now, as per this module structure, I will make necessary changes inside our hospital module. Here you can see we have placed the patient.py file and patient.xml file directly inside the OM hospital folder. That is, we have to place these two files inside the models folder and views folder. So now I will go to the backend. So here we have our module. So I will create two more folders, that is models for placing the Python files, and I will create views folder for placing the XML file. So I'll copy this patient.py file, I'll cut it, we don't want it here, and I will paste it here inside the models folder, and I will cut the patient.xml file and I will paste it inside the views folder. Okay, now if I go to the PyCharm, you can see it's not loaded here yet. Okay, it's not loaded here yet, so let's wait for a little time. Let me check Odoo. Okay, unnecessary application got loaded, let me get it. Okay, let me check on hospital. Oops, I have wrongly taken the file. Actually the file is here inside this folder, that is OM hospital is right under the custom add-ons path. You can see Odoo tool custom OM hospital. You can see Odoo tool custom and Odoo OM hospital here. So you can see the patient.py file and patient XML has been moved to the views folder as well as the models folder. Now here in the init file I already told you we have to call the Python file. So right now, as we have moved the Python file inside the models folder, what we have to change here is we have to import the models folder first. From dot import models. So I have imported the models here. Now we have to copy one more thing. I will copy this init file from here and paste it inside the models folder. So you can see from the init file outside, from the init file directly inside the OM hospital, I imported the models folder from dot import models. Then from the init file inside the models folder, I have imported from dot import patients patient. So patient file has been imported here. Now if I go to views, so we have changed the location of the patient.xml file, as already before it was directly inside the home hospital menu, and right now we have moved it into inside of the views folder. So we have to make necessary changes inside the manifest file. Here we have directly called the patient.xml file, as we have moved it to inside the views folder. We have to call it like views slash patient.xml. Let's upgrade the module and see whether there is any mistake on what we have done. So the module is getting restarted, and I will go to the apps menu. Okay, I will go to the apps menu and update the module. Okay, the module is getting upgraded, so I think there is no issues in what we have done. Just what we have done is move the Python file out from the outside to the inside of the models folder, and we have moved the XML file to the inside of the views folder, and we have changed the init file as well as the manifest file like this. So from the init file outside we called the models folder, and inside the models folder I have added a new init file, and from that init file I have called the patient.py file inside the that folder. So I will go to the front end now, and I will create a new record. I can see, go to hospital, we have default filter female here. I will create a age, I will set as 10, gender as female, test age group just test. Now I will save the record. You can see there is no issues, the record has been created. So this is all about the module structure, how to place the files inside a Odoo module. So if you have any queries regarding this, you can comment it out. We will reply you as soon as possible. Thank you.